All right, we're here for game two. Missed out game one because we were busy recording commentary on OMG and their interesting game two draft. Off the bat, we see Var's Karma, early game priority taken away from DRX, and then the laning prowess taken away from Deft on the Ashe and the Caitlyn. Kellen's also pretty good on that Ashe pick. Sejuani banned away. Picks like the Elise stand out in the jump. Elise is banned. So Lee Sin unbanned though, but it's gonna be the Lucian first pick. Beryl probably won't be picking away the Nami. So we'll see what they opt into. Maybe a hard engage support. Ooh, it's going to be the Annie first pick because it's unbanned. A little bit worse in the late game. And Johan's going to pick up the Lee Sin. Yo, Aphelios Lulu would go so hard here. Aphelios Lulu would turbo stomp the Zeri. And then how does Lee Sin play into Lulu? But now we're just going to give the Lulu over for free to DRX. So I don't really like this rotation coming up from D+. Barrow playing Nico champion. Vi banned away. I wonder if we see the Wukong banned away from Canyon. It will be despite Lee Sin having an okay matchup into the Wukong. Renekton is left up, so D+ actually interesting. Jace is open. Jax is open. Jax is a little bit nerfed on this patch though. Blind pick Jace would be really good. Jace into Syndra is really good as well. This is probably going to be the Jace top pick. And then who do we like in jungle? Viego jungle with the Viego buffs. Just Jace. Blind pick Jace. What will be the answer from Rascal? It's going to be the Scion. I mean, can Viego kill Scion? Seems like a kind of cursed draft from DK. But the hard engage from Annie could prove really, really hard for Zeri to deal with. But overall, I really like DRX's chances here. Which really sucks because I need Fate not to get one kill. So, well, he can get one kill, but he can't get two, is where we're at. So a little bit stressful, but D+ could look to absolutely turbo stomp here. So overall, not my favorite draft from D+, but we'll see what's up. Turn the casters back out.
About the previous one, if I'm honest with you. I just learned that Annie's eyes are green. I always thought they were red, you know, because it's Annie. Anyway, that's something new I learned today, and we are ready, guys. Let's hop into the rift for game number number 2.
Hopefully it's just a Canyon 1v9 angle. But it's looking, the draft is pretty meek.
Ooh. The emote game was strong.
Rascal is not an emoter, okay?
Well, he has been and he can be, but right now, in his team's current 2-10 state, he has been a little bit more serious mode. A lot of people have taken notice to his aggressive pop-offs after game losses and wins, where he like springs out of the chair and collects his gear and leaves very quickly. He has been, you know, he went from being one of the most successful top laners.
This could be Lee Sin's first loss in LCK
being the #1 solo killer in the LCK
this season.
Going to a 2-10 roster. Definitely a lot of pressure on this guy who's taken a dip in his career this year on a roster that feels really reminiscent of Gnome-Shim 2022. The skill is there with these individual players, but the consistency and the form of how they play together just has not been there.
Let's see if we see anything weird. Looks pretty normal overall.
Yeah.
Second and
7-0 we
0.
mentioned for both of them. Because whenever you play Lucian, you have to play Nami.
Well, talk to the T1 bottom lane about that.
Well,
I played Nami a few times without Lucian and vice versa. If you know, there have been like 2, sprinkled in there. Maybe like 3 games. Well, mostly.
most of the time, yeah.
For these two, it has been the way. Never separated. And this has been like a crutch, Valdez, for Deft and Kellen, I felt like in the beginning of the season, but now it just feels like they're hiding strats, and they're just like, yeah, well, all the high prio, winning strong side champs are gone. We'll just play Lucian. They're going to play Zeri. It's fine. We're comfortable on this.
Yeah, I think it's fine. Don't have to reinvent the wheel after what happened in Game 1 especially. Just go ahead. They were talking about it on the pre-show even as heal and barrier.
That was
used.
a great barrier from Ducktop, but yeah, they do commit the heal on top of it, which doesn't feel great here as Deft and Kellen still hold on to all 4 sums after that exchange. That was really clean though. Kellen goes for the ebb and flow, and then Deft is looking for the dash forward. The barrier reaction time quick. And they have control of this lane for the time being.
The cannon isn't going to go to the turret, so DRX is going to get punished for using the summoner spells there.
The damage, Nami,
If you can trade out the summoner spells for getting that cannon in, and then look to rotate or get a base off.
That too, it's been about we're getting close to 6 months just playing it nonstop.
Another aggressive trade. They use the ignite and the heal this time. Do Deft and Kellen.
Canyon is here.
So they're really not going to get a lot out of the summoner spells.
It's going to run up here. Juhan just going to smite that away. As the Korean casters were really surprised by that, I guess. As the chase is on. Stun coming forward. Juhan is just trying to run away as much as he can. And Fate's like, well, I don't want to have to deal with this right now.
Also, Fate drafting this Syndra and has lost a lot of control of his lane. So
they're worried about the summoner spells.
You could tell by the position of the wave.
Lee Sin's actually going to come down here. He's going to path around the second tier 2. But Canyon's going to back off. Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, they saw Canyon on this ward, and
this is
now
unhinged
it's
pathing.
like, well,
How did Canyon find this?
Can't really help. So we're just going to funnel you into a 3v3 under turret and just begin to poke you down and try to deny some CS.
Yeah, the Aquan Prison misses. They can't commit, but still, it's going to be a plate here and some denied CS, as you mentioned.
The awkward prison?
Aqua Prison. It is kind of awkward, though.
What if Fate gives this?
It's a little awkward. Oh, the stun. Looks like it landed, but there's the awkward prison down on the bottom side. Has so many low health bars here. Deft has flash, but not going to go in on this one.
Deft doesn't let the intrusive thoughts win.
Still so many
Holds
small
onto his
advantages
flash.
now around the map. And, I mean, there's no flash on Barrel. He has to be so careful with how long he stays.
Oh, there's the flash.
Okay, I lied. He let the intrusive thoughts win, but it's okay.
Over to Deft.
And
we'll see if he's punished for that on Drake.
He loses his
probably
flash
not.
too. Like, he commits, but he miscalculates. And so Now your summoner's down on both bot laners.
Oh,
as
no.
yeah, this is not looking great. You notice also the players who are playing Syndra are on the teams where it's more of a comfort pick, let's say, and rather than the strong teams are finding a lot of success with it and shaping.
Kind of
that,
finding a
right?
sizable
And
CS lead. He's one of the
you look
only
at players like
players,
Karis,
other
you
than
know, in this
Zeus
list,
maybe.
and you're like, well, I don't know if
A
that's
couple
really where we
players
should be
in LPL as
following,
well,
'cause, yeah, all in
who
on
I
this, taking a
trust
ton of
to
damage. Flash
really
is
punish
down
a
now. This
Scion
is one of those barrel
with the Jace
moves.
matchup. We'll see if
And
it's
he
enough.
doesn't have flash anymore.
Probably going for the
Deft
Gore
actually
Trigger
sees
build,
the
considering the
opportunity here onto
Conqueror.
Dogtime has just enough mana to proc that passive one more time. Clean.
Yeah. It,
Deft
he literally
opting for
dipped right
the
over for it.
pure AD instead of the Noon Quiver.
Right when it happened, so.
Not opting for
Very nicely done.
the
1,000 gold already. Down here on the
Serrated
bottom
Dirk.
side. A decent jungle gap as well in terms of gold. The amount of time that Juhan spent on the bottom side. Canyon just ganked mid and went ahead and took the Raptors away.
Yep. And this wave is in a really rough spot. Very awkward for DRX's bot duo. Showmaker is just picking up first strike gold. He's already got his Catalyst online and hasn't spent any of those cookies. So, I mean, there's just nothing he can't do right now in terms of comfort here in this mid lane.
Yeah, and it's an issue that Juhan can never match Canyon. Like in the 1v1, it just feels like Juhan's always kind of running away. This time around, he will have vision advantage. Kana's just going to pick up a plate. It's now roam from mid. There's Tibbers straight on in. The playmaker button comes in onto Showmaker. That's not enough. What happened here? Not sure about that one. As he was trying to get a plate, I guess, and maybe greeted for it.
Did you see the counter to Tibbers is actually just the... Oh, hold on.
Oh, yeah, there's another stun as Juhan's getting
Come on,
pretty
Canyon, go
low.
over.
Comes
Okay,
Fade,
Canyon
but
goes
Juhan
over.
is just left alone.
Got 4 kills in the last one.
So close. Okay, Flash comes in.
Don't give him a
And
kill.
Another one from Canyon. There it is, 2-0 on the Lee Sin / Viego.
All right, everything that happens in mid was super well played. We'll get a replay about what happened to Kana there. I imagine just got hit by a Q under turret and died to the turret damage, but we'll get the update on that one in a moment. That was very clean in the mid lane. Force of Will onto the Tibbers, very cool. Oh boy.
No more aggressive trading here, Barrel. Oh, there's a culling already as somebody's got to tank it, and they both kind of do. Meanwhile, a Hextech Drake in the hands of Canyon for free.
Yeah, and there's another wave lost.
Juhan is not even
Juhan doesn't have flash,
level
doesn't have
6, and he's on a ward.
So there's nothing he can do. He can come over here just in case Canyon is setting up for a dive, but he's just going to sit in this brush and be sad, which is, by the way, covered by wards. So it's not even a secret, as let's see what happens here.
Oh my god, I
Ulted
didn't
or
switch
Q'd?
cam.
He's Q'd. Under turret.
Oh, that's
handled. He's like, I got him.
What the hell?
All right.
Rascal was not very impressed.
Sometimes you get caught smiting Tibbers for 50 gold.
Worth.
And then you allow the enemy to transform into a Lee Sin, and then this is when it gets cool, because Showmaker actually preps one more stun here, flashes for it, and then Canyon goes in there and gets him with the E. This game is, it was looking like it might be kind of interesting, and now I just wanted one game today to be close, Valdez. That's why I told everyone, I was like, can we get one competitive game?
Maybe that was the reason why we didn't get any.
What, because I wanted it?
Cast or cursed it, yeah.
I didn't even, when I wasn't on the microphone, I just told the
Doesn't
other
matter.
casters privately I would like to have...
It still happened.
Yeah, but I wasn't casting at the time. I think caster's curse comes from something a caster says on the broadcast, right? I was just talking to you
I
guys
don't
saying...
know. You're a caster.
And I cursed it, I guess.
Yeah,
Valdez.
there you go. Pretty straightforward. At least they banned Renekton this time. Kind of happy about that, personally.
Well, I mean, D+ banned it.
Yeah, still counts. Somebody did. It's gone. Don't have to worry about it anymore.
You know what has also gone? It's bottom lane's chances of coming back in any meaningful ways. At least flashes are coming back up, so maybe they won't die next time they're all in, but they might lose the flashes again. As up here on the top side, not going to overextend on this Herald.
Okay, so Juhan's going to
Oh,
go
stop,
first. They
stop.
send it up
Juhan,
into
take
the
it.
playmaking
No.
button.
Hey!
Down Enemy will go.
Okay.
Fate gotta pick up the shutdown.
Well,
Little bit of a
Fate
greedy
needs
back
to
location. A
stop,
ward in the
and I don't
brush.
think he's going to.
Juhan gets
So
a
he's probably
kill
going to take all my
here.
money.
Or an assist, a setup there.
Tibbers trying to pick up POG for the game, but it's mostly just a harassing Tibbers.
Yeah, he's just... he's getting a little...
Wait, what? Gets pulled back to Annie after getting thrown by Syndra. And now, we got a Scion in here. Shovinger doesn't seem to care. As, okay, he'll be zoned out eventually. In comes Kana, trying to seal it away. Nearly does, as Tibbers is still in the mix.
Yeah. Still...
He looks really cute with that outfit on.
Still in the mix.
Oh, okay.
No longer in the mix.
No longer in the mix. Oh, that's a bubble. And another one comes in. Double tap on the barrel. They have to use Wild Growth as Deft will take one. He will take two. And he will not go down for it.
Oh, man. Def just looks at his former support he just won a world's title with as Beryl tries his best to flash with the Wild Growth there and trade a kill back, and he says, nothing personal, kid. Shoots the Lulu in the face.
Oh.
And that's 3 kills to Deft, as it was fairly close to Beryl trading one back, but now he's got a Gale Force. Azil's online. You know, I don't think that they could be in the same lane together anymore. I just don't think they're allowed to be anywhere near each other. As Fate and Juhan are ready for this. Kicks him into this scatter. Yolt comes through. Thanks for the pick. That leads to a Rift Herald take. But down here, Beryl just gets caught again. Tidal Wave follow-up. And then Deft has some commitment issues here with the selection because of the Wild Growth. He's like, who should I shoot? But he ends up killing both of them.
I'm going to take the carry bus.
Yep.
It's basically like, thanks for the carry.
Yeah, that's the Korean way of saying thanks for carrying this time.
Okay, well, Kana, yeah, I mean, he will take the carry bus this time.
Yeah, he's sitting in the front seat now with the bus driver. He's going to have that awkward conversation all the way home.
There's nobody else on the bus.
Yeah.
Just the two of them.
Yeah. He's on the last stop. It's okay.
Yeah.
I mean, look, picked a matchup where it's hard to be proactive. He did walk into a queue with turret aggro.
That did happen.
And then this time it was just a good play from Juhan. As Rascal is trying to not, he's like, I'm not Zeri.
Uh-oh. Diego's here and is just going to shred down the Scion. Heartbreaker comes in and there is no escape. Deft just going to pick up his 4th kill just like that.
I mean,
that
this
Rift Herald
is...
was used top at least.
This is just bizarre. Like, not entirely sure what's going on there. I mean, the reason why they do this is because they swap lanes, because like I said, you're not allowed to be in the same lane as the Solution anymore, as the Zeri. But he just walked up to that and conceded to dying.
Jungle Gold Diff 666.
Yeah, it's pretty demonic, this game, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Radiant Virtue on this Scion, also. Question mark. So there's that. I mean, look, he got accelerated by that kill early. Got a second one now, and
Man, Tibbers just... It's not very nice here in the mid lane.
no, he's just saying, this is your counter pick? Like, this is what you got?
Uh-oh. Barrel might be dead here. A couple more autos will do it, as even with the Wild Growth, he will just go down.
Kellen's Tidal Wave grabs him there, I think, in the end. Takes him out. So, 4 kills
I'm just praying
Solution.
Fate doesn't get a kill.
And
The forced
4,000 gold
cord
the lead.
is also going off.
As we'll watch this
Praying he
one more
doesn't
time.
either.
Yeah, just zoned him. Nice by Rascal.
Polymorph Hour.
The Lulu gank.
You remember Scrappy Doo, Puppy Power?
Yeah.
Only you and I know what this is. Yeah, this was just really puzzling. Not entirely sure what's going on with all that with Rascal, but he is...
I think he just said, witness me, and pressed the
Yeah.
throw button. I mean, Radiant Virtue, right?
Yeah.
I think maybe he can survive with that.
I mean, like, ulting,
Oh, boy.
ulting to go to the turret there is...
Maybe you can all pass it and just back somewhere in the enemy.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I
Maybe
guess
that's what you're hoping for.
Yeah. Because now, you know, they didn't have
It's
his
a very
ult to get
desperate
back.
situation.
Yeah.
As Deft, you know, he's got Gale Force. He has the Nami, who almost definitely has Imperial Mandate already. And this is what we like to see. For some reason in recent times, our Lucians, I don't know if they just don't get ahead or if they don't feel comfortable doing this, but Deft always will push the envelope here in mid.
Yeah, I mean, Deft is the guy. And as the desk pointed out, we've talked about so many times, the weak point of this team, you know, Kroko has been inconsistent, right? And he's the one who subbed out, but the weak point of this team is
Also looking at
Here we go
Weibo and
again. The
LGD.
calling comes through as Barrel's going to
wrapped
eat the majority of it, but Duck Dom not able to avoid much either.
And when you're laning into Deft's solution with the Zeri, you know, Barrel and Duck Dom have to be in form. They have to play well, and that has just not been the case for this duo all season. Rascal, that's a flash down. Trying to set up for the flank, but I mean, you don't even have the health on Duck Dom and Barrel here to even follow up on that. If he engages onto Deft, Deft just flashes and kills Duck Dom and Barrel. Like, thank you for engaging. He's out of there now.
I'm really scared of
Flash,
Showmaker
and
trying to
they're just gonna
1v1
push down
the
this mid turret. Who
Syndra
needs a Herald?
with Rod and getting ripped.
And
Absolutely
Barrel and
wrecked.
Duck Dom obviously can't do much. They have to have someone engaged. Here comes Rascal. He's going to get stunned up and take a beating, but at least he stops the turret from going down for one more push.
Good flash there from Kellen to set up the engage. They're not able to get any kills off of this.
Okay. It's going to flash away in the top lane.
Our observers just don't miss anything, though, do
Yeah.
they?
You know, I heard Annie's creepy laugh, and I kind of knew something was on the way. Here's Deft looking for a bit more. This is kind of 4v2, as at least he's got Kana nearby, as well as Canyon. Nice kick comes out from Juhan. He's going to catch Kana. Nice little chip off the DK block right now.
Yeah, Juhan is just not afraid, man. He is so willing to play with confidence. You love to see it. And literally all of the plays from DRX that have been successful have been around him, basically, this game. Minus, you know, the one oopsie from Kana where he got queued under turret. Like, he's been proactive around the map. He's proactive around Rift Herald. He's proactive here in mid. And he's saying, like, D+, yeah, you're ahead. And you're going to push really hard. And you're going to try to smash those advantages into bigger advantages. But if you step one foot, one pinky toe over the line, I will try my best to punish. And once again, he finds that punish angle. So you got to give credit where it's due. You know, in a roster that's struggling, he's come in as kind of a hero here for DRX, and along with Bait has been another consistent part of this. As Duck Dom is super low, and he actually dodges the bubble, gets the kick here onto Kana. He also knows Kellen doesn't have flash, so both of those great targets for him with that exchange.
Yeah, now you can kind of play for picks.
Just
You know, you
a
get
Xiaohu.
one, you deny some vision, and you still
Syndra
have Syndra, Lee Sin, like all these picks that are great at getting picks, all these champions. So DRX finding some semblance of, you know, stability here, at least in the bottom side of the map. Gotta start somewhere.
Herald going to be dropped. This turret is basically on its last leg, so one crash will do it. And they're just going to force it here.
Okay, not gonna hit the stun. So Deft kind of roams free.
And there's a dragon behind this.
Yeah.
That they are going to just kite back and take. But if they get enough chip damage on, they could hard engage. I mean, look at this.
Oh, the calling.
And Showmaker hasn't even flashed tippers or anything like that. They could just walk towards this Drake and say, we have amazing turn. There's no Baron to trade. Not that they had the damage to do it anyways. Oh God.
Yeah, just one stun. You have really nice range on that with your Q as well. You don't even have to commit as
Watch for
Annie.
fate.
It's another
Please don't
part of her
enter the
kit that's
Syndra,
very
please.
strong.
Thank you.
Yeah, when you're this far ahead, you can just fish with Qs. You know, then just instantly prep another stun and do it again. Teleport from the Scion.
Not really sure. I mean, they're really trying to force something here, but the Drake is already gone, essentially, as Canyon has kind of gone into this himself. And down it goes. And a massive shock blast into that back line. Rascal kind of left alone. He gets tidal waved as Showmaker, another stun Q as the follow-up comes in with the bubble. Trying to 100-0 the Scion. Not the easiest play, but take a look at his back line. As here comes Showmaker, the Glitter Lance, I think, saved a bunch of people on DRX there.
Yeah, that was pretty clean. Showmaker still has flash tippers, though. They need to be respectful of this Annie.
Please watch fate. Please watch for fate.
All right, well, gonna press his button, does Rascal, but the
No.
stopwatch kind of trolls him, and everybody's in the W of the Annie, and Showmaker can just flash out this time around. As Canyon is Zion, and okay, at least they're able to get away from that one with the flash.
God, my
but
heart is pounding.
doesn't feel like DRX's chances are getting any better anytime soon.
Certainly not. It looks like D+ just want to end this game
Fate
as
just
soon
needs
as
like 1
possible.
R.
They could have played sides a little bit. They could have been a little bit more aggressive macro-wise after taking that Drake, but they had the Timbers stun, they had Flash available, and they're like, well, let's just keep forcing this because we have the Jace poke
Luckily,
to back it up.
DK have
This
a
is not
poke
a
comp,
game
so there's a potential
where
to
you
lose,
feel
not
like you
even
need
a
to go
fight.
for the
They just
like
like lose the
Wardbreaker
game.
as the Jace. You're just like, nah, I'm Mo3,
But that's
but I'm not
hopeful.
really brawling. Am I? We have full map control. And Kana does an insane amount of damage.
Yeah.
And these exchanges, he just keeps
Crazy.
finding shock blast angles here with the acceleration gate. He's going to do it again. And as Deft, you're like, all right, well, any CC, I'm just going to chunk down
Full screen.
whoever gets hit by it. Another shock blast comes through. And now you're kind of like, well, why not just push? Showmaker's got Flash, he's got Tibbers, and he's got a nice stopwatch play here, and it just pops right out of it with the stun setup. Just so clean, and you're collapsing on an Annie.
Yeah.
You're collapsing on an Annie.
Look at that.
And then the follow-up culling over the wall, that's 2 kills, another turret for the taking.
Yeah. And if they weren't behind 2 turrets at that point in time, DK probably could have pressed the advantage even more. But I think they're okay with where they're at right now. Deft back in mid, he has quick blades and an RFC because, I mean, he can basically buy whatever he wants. He's 5-0, 3 items, 21 minutes. He is a massive threat to everybody on the side of DRX. Even Sion can't stand up to any of
I'm a
this
little bit
damage
worried
at this
about
point.
the low range
As
from
we
the
might just
Lucian and
be
the Annie
flipping up
into
Baron.
Syndra.
I think they want to
They are.
turn.
Okay, well, there's a tidal wave as, yeah, a little bit of a turn here from Rascal, but again, the damage pretty large.
Kana's just
Even
gonna hit on
onto the
tier 2 though.
Sion.
Sion can hold these choke points, but you don't have the damage to actually take this Baron down. Kana has taken down the inner turret. DRX desperately trying to hold this and rush this down, but you don't have enough time, and here comes the collapse from 3 different angles.
All right, they're going to force the TP, and maybe that's all they were trying to do because they are not going for this Baron. Rascal trying to force this on the Showmaker, but he just walks beside them, throws
Syndra
down
is kind
Timbers,
of out
and
of the
damage
fight.
is beginning. Showmaker going to take down Lee Sin. He's here against 3 people, and he's still
Syndra's
alive.
completely zoned
They
from the
cannot
fight.
kill
Let's go.
Showmaker as Timbers takes up so much of that damage. This game is over, guys, as a bit of a desperate attempt from the side of DRX.
That
Now
was
DK are ahead by
actually-
12,000 gold.
Actually so tragic, Valdez. Like, the commitment onto this Annie who has stuns in a
Oh my
choke
God.
point, they cannot kill her. And they try, Rascal uses his unstoppable to actually get
The
through
coffee
the
was a
initial stun and
mistake.
get on top of him,
Canyon,
but there's
stop.
no follow-up
Just
damage.
let him go.
Fate's going to be okay for the time being, but, I mean, this is going to be a Baron buff going over to D+ Kia.
Please just
for the
quarantine
time
the Syndra.
It does not have Flash, nor Heartbreaker.
Canyon,
Yeah,
stop.
I mean, he does decent damage, but it's a turret right there and a bunch of allies.
Canyon, you need to
for
stop.
DRX.
Annie did not have the Rod of Ages complete in that fight, by the way. It's just finished now.
13k gold lead.
And watch this angle here for Showmaker.
So tanky.
Now, Rascal dodges the stun, and then he just kites back here, and there's no damage here whatsoever. They're committing all the CC, wild growth, everything, but there's no damage.
Timbers. He's like, oh, I just will not die. And, yeah, well, Rascal,
Again,
I
another
think
fight
he's,
breaks out and
at this
Syndra's
point,
not there.
Just trying to find any angle
Don't let her clean up though.
that is possible. But I'm not sure
Let's
if there
just
is
get
one
vision.
here. It's 14,000 at 23.
Canyon.
As, okay, you know, face check a little bit. There's still some decent pick on the side of DRX, but the culling going to just chew through these health bars as the RFC also almost takes his head off. As you know, that Canyon's just waiting
Syndra
for that
ult down.
Heartbreaker.
That's
Yeah.
free Drake.
Now he's got it up, and, you know, if he gets one single kill, he just goes through the whole team. And as a result, the rest of the team has to back away, and you're sieged up by Baron buff minions here on your bottom inhibitor turret, and the shock blasts are raining through. Meanwhile, a Ocean Drake
Oh,
is
they're
being taken
flanking.
here for Canyon.
Please kill the Syndra. Kill the Syndra. Kill the Syndra.
Crazy.
Kill the Syndra. Kill the
Couple,
Syndra.
TPs come in. Rascal has a stopwatch as Fate as well. I think they're just trying to give it one last go, and they are
Kill
going
the
to
Syndra.
catch Lucian. As there's
Syndra's
the
dead.
Heartbreaker. At least they
Please.
got the Lucian. What can you say? They gave it a good try, but DK, they're going to run away with the victory tonight. As Rascal actually finds the way. Going to delay this for just a little bit more.
Well, that's going to be that. Not going to say it was the greatest League of Legends
Oh
we've
my
ever
God.
seen, but again, Deft and Kellen. Now
Well,
8-0
we're in the
on
money
this
tonight.
Mushinami.
We did it.
Doesn't matter how nerfed it gets. They play it into the
I
Zeri.
wanna
They
thank
are
my boy
extremely
Canyon.
confident in it.
I want to
and
thank my boy
against the weakest bot
Taeyun.
lane in the LCK,
He
you're
tied his
gonna have a good
production, but
time if you
because
play it
Faker
well.
had the
Dom
worst
Dom and Barrel
int,
just not standing up to the
the worst
pressure.
int of the night.
And that's that.
By far.
25 and a half minutes here.
Yeah. And, yeah. just
Here
an
goes
extra
under.
kill for the road, you know? Why not? As 20 kill mark
Wild,
hit there
wild
for
game.
the set DK.
Alright. Thanks for watching. We won some money
This game
tonight.
was very much about the bottom lane getting ahead and
Cute
Deft
500-ish.
playing Lucian in the mid lane afterwards
thanks for
with
watching.
his lead. So